Hello, I'm an energy counselor, and you and I are energy. We're frequency first, and we download into the physical second. I've probably said this a lot in some of these YouTube videos, but why I'm saying is I want to talk about my kind of politics. Doesn't sound like it connects, but it does. Bear with me here. I'm watching so much corruption, political corruption, through the television, through the news. It's really horrendous. And I'm not the only one I know who's very nervous about what's going on. We got more saber rattling, and we've got more drum rolls, and we've got more thick-headed people wanting to grab the resources, and people running for their lives. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. And then you get these news broadcasts that say, people are safer now than they were 30 years ago. I'm going, first of all, I doubt that. Second of all, if that's true, why do we have people running for their lives all the time? Because of drugs, because of dictatorship, because of poverty, because of climate changes. Why are we letting people suffer like that? Because of unaffordable housing. I mean, think about it. This is a very crazy time. And now I've heard for many years as a metaphysician that we're coming into a time called the shift. And the shift is a way of encapsulating the very thing I wanted to talk to you about today, which is my brand of politics. What I feel inside my body-mind, my soul's purpose, the way I've densified old reactions, all of these different things, and my own special signature number message into the world sends an aura radiating outside my body. And that aura can change quite a bit during a day. So if I get really suppressed, I get down in the dumps, and then I go off and I visit my friend, and that person's sitting there, maybe he's having a cup of tea, maybe he's making a video, I don't know. And I go to see him, and he starts yawning, and his energy goes down, and his eyes get a little duller, and so on, because I have brought a message of suppression to him. And like all human beings, he's empathic. He takes that on. So here we are sitting in a room, and we're setting up a status quo. And the status quo is held back, down in the dumps, and suppressed. Well, I've learned a lot by doing energy work for years and years, is that if I'm really up and I'm working on myself, doing my meditation, my work, and all the things I do to keep myself churning and getting to be more with the program, I would go visit him, and the energy would move up. And we would both be enjoying ourselves. Our creativity would be coming up. We'd come up with new ideas for all kinds of things, maybe tell a few jokes, play a little music, laugh a bit, but we move our energy up. And why do I call this my politics? Because what it is we're bringing in energy, we fuel our own energy bodies by bringing in energy from the universes. It's available for you and me. What we need to do is reach for it with our mind and our consciousness. Consciousness is what we know, let ourselves know at any given time, isn't it? So we reach for it with our mind and our consciousness, and we run that through our body-mind. And as we do that, everywhere I go, everywhere you go, we radiate out there. We open people's minds and hearts to possibility. It literally can help people heal. If you send light out into the world, if you send a higher frequency energy just by coming in, picking up your postbox stuff, doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're radiating at a higher level, you're actually impacting other people. You're bringing them up, you're making them feel more possible in their lives. So instead of so many people feeling controlled, suppressed, worried, broke, all of that, you're literally sending a higher frequency energy, and they get to pick up speed and usually feel more inspired. They'll actually feel more supported. And on it goes. Now we can carry that right through healings of all kinds. We can carry it through manifesting our dreams and our wishes. through all kinds of things, but it doesn't come through scaring people by media reports saying doom and gloom, or that the earth is going to die because we're making a mess of it, or that Russia's infiltrating our country and all of Europe and all of that kind of thing. That doesn't lift me, and it doesn't lift you. But also when we have that direct impact of all kinds of ideas and ideals, but they're incomplete. We don't know the whole stories. We just know that something dangerous is going on out there. And it's teaching us, are you ready? All of these kinds of news broadcasts and all of these chats that the pundits are doing keeps us in a state of fear. Fear, anxiety, wondering if there is going to be a future. Is the ocean dying? I mean, on and on it goes, you know? But I'm saying to you, make it all about you. Drop into yourself and start to clear up, spiral up your own inner likes. Ask yourself if you're suppressing your own light, or are you helping it get buoyant? And when you do, you become a much greater contributor on the planet. And then everyone you visit, you go visit your friend, both of you feel better, and you get highly charged to move into life and be creative and support one another. My guides were saying this morning, teach how to empower each other. And this is one way to do it, isn't it? When you speak to me from a place of your own power, I mean the kind of power where you're not jealous or competitive, but you are feeling really good about your own abilities in life, your own, the support you can get from the universe and so on. When you really empower me because of how you're feeling, that just goes on and passes on. And I believe that the shift, which is supposed to last maybe even 1,000 years, where people really care about each other, I believe that shift is about to hit, but also that you and I can choose the shift by choosing a shift inside, asking ourselves to feel what it's like to empower myself with a certain kind of optimism, with joy, with shifting those subtle energy fields so they spiral up through my body, mind, and radiate out into the world. Everywhere I go then, I'm a contributor. And I call that my politics, and I think you can see why. Want to join my party? Woohoo!